Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to another Premier League guide. Today we are looking at West Ham, the Irons, and all that, etc. London stuff. In these guides, we're going to look at what the board expect us to achieve, finances. We're going to take a look at the squad and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. What do they want? And when do they want it? They want mid-table. FA Cup, 5th round. Is it going to be standard? 4th round. Okay. How much money are you going to give us, though? £20 million, that's one sort of decent player. We've got 100 grand left in the wages, so that suggests our balance isn't great. Projection is fine, though. Okay, let's have a quick look at the staff. Pretty average Premier League staff, good goalkeeping coach. There might be movement we can do there. Definitely need to improve the scouting department and the medical team. As for the team report, we lack quality depth in goal and at right back, and quality depth outside the first team. Okay, we can live with that. So let's have a look at the team. What we're going to do is we're going to go through just sort of briefly each player, have a talk about them, and then also see where we think we need to improve. We'll have a look at the under-23s and 18s just to see if there's any players there that will do a job. Right, so in goal we've got Adrian and Lucas Fabianski. I think Adrian's a decent backup. I think Fabianski is actually a really underrated goalkeeper. He's done well since going to West Ham. He is 33, but a couple more years for a goalkeeper, I think that's no problem at all. In defence, we have Winston Reid, who's out for 5 months. Oh, what happened to Winston Reid? He was so good. He's still a pretty solid centre-back. I don't think you'd want him as for first choice, but then there's not that many good players. And then we've got Balbrena, who's a little bit of an upgrade, I'd say, and he's a lot younger. And then we've got Issa Diop, who's our youngster, 21-year-old French player. This guy could be very good, actually. He's not going to be a world beater, but I think this guy definitely needs to be getting game time. I would happily start him, and he's going to improve massively. And then we've got Ogbonna, who can play left-back as well. Not very well, but he's much more of a centre-back. But he's a good ball-playing centre-back, which is nice, and a solid player. So, yeah, according to my assistant, they're all currently 3 stars. They're all currently much of a muchness. But I'm going to be playing Diop because we need to get him to improve. He could be 5-star. And then if we look at fullbacks, we have Zabaleta, the old experienced man. Really, I wouldn't. If I can get money for him, I'll probably sell him. He's on quite a lot of money as well, but his physicals are shit. And as a fullback, you've got to be able to run all day long. He's got good stamina. He's going to carry on running. He's just not going to do it very fast. Not a great dribbler as well, but really good defensively. If you're using a fullback defend or even support, you could probably get away with okay. But I'm hoping the other guy is a bit better because that's not great. Oh, we got Ryan Fredericks, who's absolutely rapid. So very, very different personality. It could be a case of in the difficult games you play like a more solid back line with Zabaleta, and then the games that are really winnable that you want to go out and attack, you can play this guy who's rapid, much better at getting forward. So it gives you the 2 options there. But yeah, Zabaleta's on his last legs. As for the rest, we have Aaron Cresswell on the left-hand side, who's absolutely solid. Quite happy with him as a first choice. And Masuaka, who's 24, and he's going to be left sorted. Don't have to think about it. We do have another couple of possible centre-backs here. Reece Oxford's a centre-back, isn't he? Yeah. Heading's a little bit weak, but again, another 5-star. Vision and decision-making isn't the best. Positioning's okay, but okay, we've got a couple of really good young centre-backs. What about Declan Rice? He's also a centre-back option. Okay, I don't mind it then. I think that's fine. I think in a couple of years, we're going to have an amazing centre-back partnership. If we can keep hold of all 3 of these. We know Winston Reid's on his last legs. Ogbonna's on his last legs. So I think it's really important, these 3 players here, to give plenty of game time to. It might not be possible. So what I do is maybe pick one of them and loan them out and use the other 2 with the more experienced players if you can't squeeze them all in. But I try and give them as much game time as possible because that is the future here of our defence, is those 3 players. But this already makes it look quite a exciting save for me to see how those guys develop. We've also got Carlos Sanchez, who can play centre-back at a push, but he's pretty much an all well-rounded ball-winning midfielder. But he's 32 now. He's valued at £8 million. I think he's all right. Then we've got Mark Noble, who you legally can't sell as a West Ham fan. He's there for life. I didn't know if you knew that. He's got a indefinite contract. He's not really. You can't get rid of him, but he's not bad, is he? He does a job. I just couldn't. You couldn't sell him. I just feel like it's so bad. And then we've got Obiang, who's the younger version of Noble. And then we've got any other sort of centre midi type people. Not really naturals. Then we've got Antonio, who's our right winger. Can play as an inside forward-ish, but he's pretty pacey. I just use him as a winger. He says he cuts inside from both wings, so that doesn't help if you're... He's actually a wide target man. Why not? You don't get many of them. You don't get many natural wide target men. And he's got 17 heading and 12 jumping reach. He's not bad. And obviously, I think a wide target man could be really useful because obviously you're up against fullbacks that are generally speaking not the best in the air. So it could be a thing. Robert Snodgrass, obviously a very good set piece taker. Physicals are a little bit low. He's 30 now. Yeah, sort of rotational player, I think. Lanzini's out for 8 months. That's unfortunate, isn't he? Obviously, very good player, but I'm going to kind of write him off for the first season. Felipe Anderson, 25 years old, absolutely rapid, really good first touch, good dribbling, decent finishing. Really rate this guy. Absolute. Oh, this guy is fantastic, and he's going to improve a little bit as well. He's even got a cap for Brazil. Then we've got Jack Wheelchair, who's good when he's fit. Good playmaker when he's fit, but obviously has massive injury problems. Arnautovic, quality player. We've got some really good wide players, to be fair. 29 years old now. There's definitely some rebuilding to do in the next few years. Yarmolenko's just had that really bad injury in real life. Another good, really attacking wing player. That is nice. Then we've got Lucas, 29-year-old Spanish striker, who's a decent all-rounder. He's 5 foot. He's got 12 jumping reach, but only 9 heading. Then we've got Andy Carroll. He's injured because he's Andy Carroll. He's always injured. I try and palm him off. He is so injury prone. I'm assuming that's in the game as well. He's never going to get any better. He's 29. He's like Sturridge on steroids in regards to injuries. If he's ever fit, he's a good target man, but he's never fit, so it doesn't really matter. And then we've got Chicharito, who's a good pacey, out-and-out finisher. As you see, poacher. Okay. Have a quick look in the under-23s, under-18s, see if there's any good ones. Okay, we've got a couple here. Fernandez is out on loan. Looks like quite a lot of money here, so there's money to be made. Sam Barham, the Leeds kid, he's there as well. Then under-18s. With no real wonder kid. I suppose most of the wonder kids are already in the first squad. This guy's not too bad. Definitely needs a bit of mentoring. He's got 2 fucking determination. He's about as determined as me. Not too bad. So, really interesting team this, but where are we going to spend our money? We don't need to spend it on centre-backs, because despite our regulars being not great, we've got 3 amazing youngsters, and I think if you bought in another centre-back, you'd just be stunting the growth of the other 3. So I'm just going to, not gamble, but maybe sort of give as much game time as I can to those guys. Left back is okay with Cresswell and Masuaka. Right back, we've got Zabaleta, who if you need money and you can get rid, because they bought him last season, didn't they, on this? Yeah, so we can sell him. And Ryan Fredericks, a much more attacking version. Central midfield, we've got a bunch of DMs, because a lot of these youngsters can also play DM. We've got Marky Noble, Obiang, and not many in the way of actual central midfielders. That's probably where we're weakest. But we've got a ton of these attacking wingers, inside forwards. Just seems to be so many of them in the game now. Every player is a fucking... Whenever I go to this tactics, it always ends up being similar because there's so many good inside forwards. I think on this one, because especially with Lanzini out, because we don't really have that many natural number 10s, what I might do is really play a sort of inside-y forward tactic and use the width from the wingers, because we can use Fredericks on this side for the width, rapid, good at crossing. We've got Cresswell, solid, good at crossing on this side to provide proper width, make them attack him. But then we can't leave ourselves too open. We've got a bunch of good DMs that can do a job here. I think my money... So I just want to relook at the strikers. We've got Chicharito and we've got Lucas, I think is okay for the first season. I'm all right with that. But the money, I think, has got to be spent on more depth at central midfield, I think. Because Marky Noble's 31. Obiang's decent, but he's not a world beater. And we need someone probably a little bit more creative, a bit more that can drive forward. Because obviously the DM does allow us to use these two a bit more freely, get them forward a little bit more and stuff. So that's probably what I do. But obviously let me know in the comments if you're a West Ham fan or if you've you're using them on a save. Let us know what tactics you're using, what transfers, all that sort of good stuff. Help each other out in the comments below. If you are new to this channel, please do leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new. Go check out all my other FM19 content. It's got tons of big plans coming up. So go check it out. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.